sometimes we meet people, we come across people, and these people we come across is for the sole purpose of teaching us. So we need to understand also what's the point where we can let go, because God teaches us to let go at some point.
Yeah.
Do not hold on to things and then they become idols. You start struggling. You want. Is it?
You want this one.
Hey, is it the one?
I just had to talk about it because like it's related to communication skills. Because for me personally, I think that silent treatment, ghosting and all of that is lack of communication skills.
Yeah.
Usually because you don't want to tell the other person the truth. Okay. Like for example, if let's say we have been together for a while, like talking stage, and I find out that I'm not really feeling a man. Let me just I don't know, but I don't know the right way to tell him that, you know, I cannot continue. So what's the best way to do it? I just go silent. Right?
Hey.
So for me, I think that is part of, like, it's the fear of telling the truth or the lack of respect for the other person to like show them or tell them how you really feel. What do you think?
I am delighted to have to be being the person who can openly say my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not good at speaking my mind, but when it comes to critical times about my happiness, I really give myself priority. Like I'm easily inclined towards saying, you know, I feel like 1, 2, 3, and I just feel like maybe we can have space to.
Yeah.
And I am happy to have had experiences where people also communicate to me openly, like, Emanuel, you're a good guy, but right now I'm focusing on 1, 2, 3, and I think it will be the good way for me.
Yeah.
So when it comes to ghosting, people ghosting others, it just shows how your communication skills level still needs improvement, still needs effort, still requires your efforts. Because if you're not able to express your mind and reason with the other person, because all of this time we're saying, when someone comes with for a hard conversation, be prepared, be able to reason, stand outside so that you may give. It's like when someone now comes with a solution, Emanuel, can we not have this because of this? I stand outside and then I look at the scenario, I look at the situation, understanding that what is the other person going through? Is it the right way for us to funkai, to go sideways, or is it solvable?
Yeah.
Right. Because the sometimes fights don't need you to go clashing with the other person. Sometimes fights need you to run away. But the important thing is speak your mind, speak your heart. Because this types of emotions and relationships and stuff, if you don't say what you feel, you just become like a bag of cement. You're just going and you don't really feel anything.
Bag of cement.
Yeah, you know, a bag of cement, how they take it from a car, from a factory. Let's say they just throw it just until the time that they rip it off to pour the cement. It still goes. There's no opposition. There's no hey, like, can we talk about it? There's no that. So if you really care about a person, and if you're really knowledgeable, you have wisdom in you are concerning you're inclined towards wisdom, and your life is dedicated towards self-improvement, self-growth, you'll be a person who likes to say, I have this, we are in this scenario, and I feel like if we could have done this and this and this, it would have been better. Right. Because in as much as you ghost the other person, you leave questions to the other person, and to you sometimes you leave yourself with guilt. Right? The next time you see the other person, you start dodging them.
Yes, you're like,
now why would you live like a rat and a cat? Instead, this one could have been like, you know, Melody, I think we have had a good run, bad at this and whatsoever. At this point, I would like us to figure out a better way for us to relate and not having a romantic relationship. I feel like we should have a normal relationship, so that next time when now you have gone apart, you are able to say, oh, hi, and still laugh to each other with the same energy. Because what was the initial point of you starting connecting with this person? What was it? Was it for you to, were you going to regret if it didn't work, or you wanted that even if it doesn't work, I'll be happy? I'll still be happy to know this person in my life. See, there are instances where people break up with other people, right? It's how we call it, a healthy breakup, how I might say. People go apart, go sideways, but next time they meet, it's, hi, how are you doing? God bless you. If they are Christians, if they are normal people,
God bless you to your ex.
Me? Yeah, we do. I don't quarrel with people. That's what I try, not to quarrel with people. So that next time when I meet them, there was once a time that we were friends before we became girlfriend and boyfriend. That's why some people advise that, and I think it's the right way. Before you become boyfriend and girlfriend, first become friends.
What if you stay in the friend zone?
Friend zone. Yeah, you can stay. You don't need to relate. Then you don't need to go more if you have, because when you're in a friendship time, you'll be free, right? You guys will be free, like, to say which type of people you are, so that at the end you just know, okay, this one won't work, because he is a type of this person and I am a type of this person. That's why you see people in relationships, but they are not happy as how they are happy with their friends. Why? Some relationships are like that, because a guy, that's when they start saying, I'm not even happy with this one, but my friends make. What is your friend making you happy? It's because you didn't put into your mind first that we want to be in a relationship. No, because you are friends, so you are free, you live the best of your life, and the other person gets used to you in that state. But then with the relationships, it's like some people try to hide one side. So, what are you doing? So when the other person discovers that side, I can't handle this. And then that's where now ghosting starts happening. I didn't think this person is like this. But then if you try to be free, try to be expressive and stuff, even the time that it's time for you guys to focus on a bigger objective or reach for other people, it's the same. If you're a Christian, state out your objective of the relationship, of the friendship that you want. Or I want us to know each other, right? For the sole purpose of us dating, because when I date a person, I want to marry that person. So state it, and then it's like a roadmap, so that if it doesn't work along the way, it's like, I believe that I was praying and I saw you, because God doesn't just come in your dreams and say, this is the person. It means we go out for coffee with people, but at the same time, it's like we maintain a roadmap that I am getting to know you. So for the sole purpose of me being in a relationship with you, and eventually marry you. If it doesn't work that way, if it's along these lines, it's peaceful for us to go separate ways, knowing that God brings people to teach you things, and not for you to settle in a certain place. It's like Joseph was there in Israel, but he wasn't destined for Israel. But later he was taken by his brother. He was abandoned by his brothers, but for a sole purpose of later helping his brothers. So it's like sometimes we meet people, we come across people, and these people we come across is for the sole purpose of teaching us. So we need to understand also what's the point where we can let go, because God teaches us to let go at some point. Do not hold on to things and then they become idols. You start struggling. You want. Is it? You
want this one.
Hey, is it the one? Perhaps God just said, this one, in this friendship time that you're getting to know each other, let her, or let him, he will teach you how to be maybe a good person, how to treat a person, or how to be tolerant, how to be what. Learn from this. And then the next time when you move now to Eden, now when you go back to Israel, the land, the promised land.
So you're saying this person is like...
No. This person is like the desert.
Egypt?
Egypt is bad. Egypt is bad. It's the desert.
So teaching you Egypt, then there is the desert, then there is Canaan. So like
There was one time Egypt. I'm sure there was one time where you.
Wait.
There was one time I think there was one time where it was Egypt, and then you move to the desert where you are migrating now to the promised land, and then you reach the promised land, and then God continues to reshape you within the promised land. It doesn't mean it's done, but look, all of these years,
I like that,
He's still shaping you. In Egypt, you even forgot about the God perhaps of your forefathers or the agreement. Then He take you to the desert. He say, I will teach you. Then there are those who are reluctant. They want to settle in the desert. Those are the ones who don't see the promised land.
So how do you know you have arrived at the promised land? Because maybe for me right now, I'll be thinking I have arrived, Shem, and then all of a sudden ghosted, and I'm like, oh, do we have
God? I thought this. It's like, God, I thought this was the promised land.
Exactly.
I think loving people doesn't. How to say? What's the correct way? In my point of view, right? Let me think out loud. I feel like, it's not necessarily for you viewers of this.
But you're talking to the audience.
It's not necessarily for you guys to work the same as me or to have the same agree with me.
Okay.
But I do think that love is a wide spectrum, right? But when you have the right love, the correct point of loving, it's not going to be strenuous. Like it takes away a lot of your efforts. When it is the right place, like when it's a Canaan, it will be just like God takes you. You'll come across hills, but you'll come across these hard parts. But it won't be as hard as being in that scenario with a person that you don't love, with a person who is not right.
Okay.
All of us may be in a plateau, but a person who is in a plateau with someone that they don't love him or her will be different from a person who is in a plateau with someone that is the correct one.
Okay, by plateau you mean like
flatland,
stagnant?
No. In a flatland, like in our journey, we come across a flatland.
Okay.
We might be in that path, just a flatland
where things are not really.
They are not really up or down, but they're just average.
I'm thinking like, what does that one look like in real life?
In real life,
yeah. Maybe you can give an example of like.
When life is usual, right? An example of when life is usual. Life is just you do your work, someone does their work, they just roll, and you roll with your life.
Yeah. And
then it's like no more. Call the other person. Hi, how was your day? And blah 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 blah. This time there's no challenges.
Okay.
Now, for the person who is the right person for you, or you feel like is the correct point.
Yeah.
It won't be hard work for you to call that person. It won't be hard work, or it won't be no hard feelings attached if the person doesn't call you, right? In the exact moment that you want. But they are there, they care for you, it's like, I feel like it just becomes easy. You just feel like, oh, she is there. She doesn't call me, but I know she's doing well today. And I know when she will be free, she will call me. Because what? You feel like you understand that this is okay.
In other words, you're explaining like peaceful, like you don't panic.
Now when you're with the person who is not maybe right for you, it's like, maybe you start thinking, what is she doing? Why didn't she call me? See, this is just a normal day, but you're thinking, why didn't she call me? What is she doing? Which kind of human is busy from morning to afternoon or morning to evening without even sending a text? But then sometimes it's like, when you're in a common place, understand that the same way you have your own freedom, it's the same way the other person, you should respect their freedom, respect them as an individual. It's like, I was a person before we met, and there's life that continues apart from that. Yeah. And I think that's a way like to explain the plateau place. Like there's no that oh, I feel like this, I feel like this, oh, I feel like she's, no, it's just the normal day. And you just try to reason. She didn't call me because perhaps she is busy. And when she calls me, I give her a good attitude and we talk because I'm peaceful. But then in the other world where it's not like the right thing, right? You're not comfortable in that place. It's when they call you at night. Hey, so you thought all day you did not think about me. Now you called me, eh? Now you are free, eh? I'm busy. I'm also busy. Now there is where problems start. Because you want to show them that
you're also busy.
Yeah, so to go back to the point of ghosting.
Yeah, we kind of diverted.
It's really important to keep to mind that there was once you met the person before and you wanted to initiate a friendship.
Yeah.
So this person was like this before and you met and you just wanted to know each other, then become better. Or if it is together, then be married or etc. But right now, it's not working. Don't ghost them. Just let them know. See, I'm facing this 1, 2, 3, and I think it would be better if you give me space.
So like, what do you think are some of the reasons why people ghost? You're a guy. I think most guys they. No. Most girls. No, it doesn't matter. Like, why do people ghost others? Like, besides the lack of connection and you feel like you cannot really tell this person the truth, do you think there are other reasons?
I think being scared maybe of hurting their feelings. People do have that tendency of like, I don't know how you'll take it. But the truth should be taken as it will hurt in the first place.
Yeah.
But after time, it will be accepted. That's what I always have. Like, we humans are hard when we are taken out of our comfort zone. But then when reality kicks in, when reasoning kicks in, we understand, oh, it was for the best. You see, that's when we are removed from certain relationships, we are so hurt and stuff. But then later we find better relationships and then we're like, it's so bad. This one is there. Why did I want to stay there while I was, you see?
Yeah.
So it will be hard in the first place for people to accept that we need to move on, we need to move apart, we need to grow apart.
Yeah.
But then that's the reason why we ghost them is like, we don't want to accept how they will receive, how they will respond.
Yeah, definitely.
So we just need to learn to accept that they won't receive this good, right? But after time, when they understand, or when we understand, and that's the first part, right? The other part that I may think why people can't express why they just decide to ghost other people.
Yeah.
Is
I think I've thought of something. I think like it's the maybe the other person doesn't listen. For example, right? I told this person that I think we are not getting along, yeah? And then the person continues to be like,
okay, now you're trying to talk about some gentlemen. Are you trying to reach for some guys?
I didn't say anyone.
Do ladies also do that? Persist? I never had an experience.
I think so. I don't know, but it's like the person doesn't listen, Shem, and you're like, hey, Lord, how can I do this one?
Hey, we don't match.
So now the guy's like you send 12 messages. No, not 12 messages, 20, and then 7 missed calls. Hey,
that's actually a correct one, I think. Sometimes people don't want to give up, right? And this scares us, and then we're like, it's not working. But the guy's like, it's okay, just give me a chance and stuff.
Or even the girl.
Okay, I'm just saying a guy because I have seen that we guys are sometimes persistent in what we believe.
Yeah.
But I think it doesn't have to be that. Don't ghost the person. It's still not a reason for you to ghost them, but it's a reason for you not to. I don't know how to put this, but it's like, don't ghost them. Just cut them off in a direct and concise manner.
Yeah, you just say it in a nice way.
Oh yeah, I have tried that to entertain, but I just told you that this is not going to work. And not ghosting them, no, it's not going to work it will never work. That's why it's like, set boundaries. You have already known which type of a guy you want. So let them know that if you want us to be peaceful whenever we meet, it's best that you just stop. Because if it is supposed to work, I am the one who's supposed to feel the peace of continuing with this. But then I'm telling you, and if you continue, it's like you're giving me pressure, and I don't want that. So it is not going to work, and I beg you.
Never work,
and I beg you, I ask of you, please.
Yeah, sometimes it won't work in that moment, but maybe later. So you have to leave it at a place whereby even later you can reconnect with the person, you know. Yeah. And
don't throw shades at each other.
Yeah.
Don't start those. First you're ugly, first you're not even beautiful, first I don't. My brother, my sister, dear friend. Later you come back, you say, but I'm a little bit attracted. And then you're like, but you said she was ugly. Now you are married to her.
Hey, messy.
Leave the opportunity. Meaning, cancel the thing at this moment, but it's because you want to focus on yourself, or you want to build yourself. Say, I want this because, and then go. Then later, if it was destined, it will work. It will come.
Okay, great. Yeah, so have you ever been ghosted?
Ghosted?
I have.
I haven't been ghosted.
Really?
Yeah.
I have, actually. Let me tell you the story, I was talking to this guy for like months, but he was in a different city, right? And we liked each other so much. And then all of a sudden, he wasn't talking to me as much. And then I'm like, what the hell happened? Because as far as I know, we were in a good place, right? And then I just, in that moment I was really hurt, and I'm like, I cannot go and like confront him because it was like another city and it was like COVID. It has just started. Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me move on and just forget about it. And then a few months down the line, he reappeared. Guys, can you imagine? And then only for him to tell me that, like, I really care about you, and I just didn't want you to like continue building up your hopes because I know that I'm going to graduate soon and I'll be leaving this country, and he's not from my country. So he's like, obviously after that, it's like,
it's going to be hard to maintain.
Yeah, so I didn't want to keep your hopes up in as much as I like you. Guys, it was so hard to take in, like, it was so hard. But at that time, I had moved on, like, I was like, okay, me, I don't deal with the ghost, bro. Like, I don't know. So when he came back to do the explanation, I was like, cool. And our friendship, obviously, it never was the same. It was like, okay, I understand, and that was it. So I want to talk about the victims of ghosting. Like, what should you do in that moment? For me, I know how I did it, but like, you have something that you can tell the audience. Like, if somebody ghosts you, whether you're a guy or a girl, what can you do? Because sometimes other people will be like, oh my God, I need to find this person, or I need to call them again. I need to go to their Facebook.
Bring fire on them.
Yeah, I need to go to their messenger and stuff. Like, you have to look for the person like that. And honestly, I don't think that you should.
If you insist, you go too much. It start becoming awkward. It start becoming like you're stalking a person. Then don't do that.
Yeah,
I think try to find alternative things to focus your energy on.
Yeah,
because in as much as you like to talk late at night, right? In as much as you like to send messages, you like to send maybe Bible verses to always tell the person to read. If you like to put some dedications in songs, try to find alternatives to focus your energy on. And meaning alternatives, I don't mean find another guy now to start. No. Because at the end, you just be desperate. Find alternatives is like, I like maybe working out, I like fitness, I like sports. The thing I'll do is put my energy into these aspects. Even this applies even to people who are experiencing breakups or short breaks, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
Because being content with yourself, try to generate that part where you're content with yourself.
Yeah.
Increase your energy into making yourself satisfied. Try to find alternatives. In as much as you like to talk to him, try to change this by talking to your other friends.
Yeah.
Right? Talk to your friends and also try to communicate with your closest person, not people. Person especially. One. Like, bros, you know, I've gone through this. I know you understood I was having a good time, but then it didn't work. So that you take another person's perspective on how to mitigate the effects of what happened. Right? It didn't work, but your bro got your back. Right? Bros got each other's backs. Ladies have got each other's backs. As much as it works. Don't try to find confrontation in the opposite sex, because then you're trying to connect again with, and then it might not end well. Try to find comfort in the people of the same or groups or something. Try to say, oh, I had a crush in this guy and I really liked him, but at the end it's like he already has other plans. So I want to move on. So guys, help me. If it's bros, they will maybe try to find alternative things to do. If it's ladies or if it's group of friends, they will definitely find other things. Like they won't bring up those types of conversation to give you comfort. They won't bring that guy's name in the midst of conversation. And if they were hanging out together, they won't bring him when you're there. Or
some people don't care.
Just the way I think good friendships are those ones which help each other in all situations.
True.
And after talking to them, try to find alternatives, as I said. Try to focus on maybe writing, reading, expressing your and then accept. The thing is, accept that you like the person. Write it. Sure. I like this guy. He killed he got my heart at this moment, right? But I want to move on from that because he put a standard, he put a contract, he put his terms and conditions of this going from here henceforth. So I want to mitigate the risks of me feeling pain, what. Accept, you have already accepted that you like this person and you're hurt. But I want to move on. I want to have healthy life. Then also the other thing, for people who like to eat. That's meaning change your sometimes it's all about, people say, sometimes I read this thought, I don't know, it's a meme, I don't know, whatever it was I read that in the past time, that perhaps sometimes it's just about eating good and wearing good, dress good, then you'll forget about some troubles of the world. So it's the same, try to eat good, dress good, go out, take yourself out. This is where you're finding alternative spheres in which you can operate, right? Where you can go through these times. Like, how did you go through COVID? You had a way that you adopted to go through that situation. So adopt new ways. And if it was pleasure, like even if you had a thingy already going on, maybe you had sexual relationships with this person, do not go seeking another sexual relationship with another person as an alternative to cover up. Definitely use alternatives, not of sexual desires. Just move your energy away from the mindset of, oh, I got good sex from this person, or I got good kissing, or this guy was handsome. Move your thoughts from that thing. And then don't try to find a person who can cover up that, because at the end you'll also hurt the person.
It will be a painkiller.
So
it's a painkiller.
I think if you're hurt, try to heal yourself. Try to deal with your hurt. Don't try to replace. It's like a spoiled war, a bad war, and then instead of first maybe looking deep into the war, see what's wrong, you just decide to cover it up. My friend, it will go, but at the end of time it will reveal that you didn't do a good job there.
For sure.
Later you'll enter relationships now, but you're still longing for that other dude or other girl.
Yeah.
But so try to find alternatives and then build yourself. Mindfulness meaning be present in the moment. Try to read, try to listen, try to enjoy. Like read the Bible, listen to music, good music, right?
Yeah, for me, sorry to cut you. For me, I think the thing that helped me the most was like listening to sermons. Like I could spend the whole day. But you know, the surprising part about it is like this person, like we used to listen to sermons together.
Hey.
And now like I was listening alone, but I was okay. Yeah, I was okay, and I just decided that, okay, I think I understand where he is coming from. So I think I didn't use the victim mentality when now I was given the explanation, like, oh, I was the victim in this, but I could also see the situation in a different light, like, okay, if this was to happen, like, how was the relationship going to be like? Would I be able to maintain a long distance relationship?
Yeah.
Would I be truly happy, or this is just me being in my fantasy, you know? So it's going to be much better if that explanation had come before. Yeah, because I was going to be like, oh yeah, I think it makes sense, like it's logical, you know. But now I had to give myself that closure to say, okay, maybe it's because of this, and how can I move on from it? So I think that sometimes what you need is your own personal closure. I think ghosting is a closure by itself, because the other person is telling you that, oh, me, I cannot do this anymore. And so now you have to like sit yourself down and just accept that this is the situation and move on.
Correct.
Yeah, so
very correct.
I think that's about it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, Emanuel.
Thank you, Melody.
You can let people know where they can find you and what you do, anything, everything, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for having me. It's a good opportunity, because we just had a casual conversation, which is cool.
Yeah.
I feel good when I feel like I talk too much, but then I feel good when I express my thoughts. But thank you for tolerating me and listening to me, and thank you to the viewers for listening.
Yeah.
If there's a viewer that got to this point, I give them a big thumbs up.
Yep.
And for me, they can get me. Oh, I am the founder, and I just call myself a facilitator.
Hey, of humility. Okay.
Of a company called OC Outdoor Goods Company Limited. It's a registered company that does sports, apparels, equipment, fitness, outdoors. If you want to go for a hiking, and so I believe it's a company that has a good prospects. At the same time, we provide personal training, coaching classes. We provide coaching as itself, apart from the group fitness, and we do provide software development for sports and fitness related things.
Okay.
So that's about the company of OC. And OC also sponsors my podcast. My podcast is Self-Seed Podcast. It's a podcast that focuses on self-improvement, personal growth, meaning that I just want to help people through what I learn and share it with the people, with anybody listening. Doesn't matter the age, the gender, location. Just share what I think is the best practice to one person to become better. So it's all about being better. Doesn't matter is motivation you need, or you need just to hear the perspective of how a person got through a certain situation and how they are right now. So this was part of the personal growth, where we talk about moving forward from situation, or ghosting, or healthy breakups, how you can have healthy space. And that's the two things. OC is on Instagram as our OC. And Self-Seed, you can look for Self-Seed on Spotify, Apple
Google Podcasts,
Apple Podcasts, so on, Stitcher, etc. You can just look for it, and you can listen to useful content from there. But if you do want to reach out to me personally. I have an Instagram account. That's
are you single or taken?
Me? Hey. I'm taken in Christ. I am taken in Christ.
What do you mean by taken in Christ? What if there's someone who is interested? Maybe your future wife is watching you right now. You need to show her that you are here.
I am duly taken. I'm trying to partner up with someone in Christ that I want. I see a certain potential in her.
And the person is going to watch this video. Hey. Okay.
So yeah, you can reach to my Instagram, Emanuel Saitoti. That's all.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I do have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Where I share my fitness stuff. Yeah, it's called OCHQ. So you can just look for that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. I think that's about it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
And I hope, guys, you can learn more. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to
this channel. Yes.
Happy Healed Relationships.
Hallelujah.
We get good messages in here, so don't miss.
Okay, cool.